getting a discount on his own approved invoices, so it's risk free. And complete control on earnings, advanced analytics and MIS, cloud-based portal and smart algorithms. 100% supplier satisfaction. Why? Because he sees that he is getting his cash flows early, and it will help him, and it is coming from his own customer, and it will help him to give it back to the customer in faster supply of goods or increased quantity of orders, so on and so forth. So I would like to spend some few minutes on Credx growth story here. Some of the numbers: over 5 lakh invoices discounted till date, 15,000 businesses helped, 20,000 base of new returning investors, 100 plus corporates live on the platform, average month-on-month growth of 25%, 300 crore in a monthly disbursal we have done. So last, with this pre-pandemic months, helped businesses achieve 125% growth on an average, so on and so forth. And there are a lot of success stories which has happened where for our customers, once they started doing business in the last 4 years, where because of the help of Credx, they were able to achieve their targets year on year, which will actually help them to project them their company to investors, and that helped them to get equity. Because in the startup world today, a lot of investors look at those companies who have solved their working capital problem. And and for startups, unfortunately, banks and NBFCs are still not opened up to understand their growth and their business model, and we have come very handy, and that's how they have solved their working capital, and that led them to get their angel investment, Series A, Series B, so on and so forth. Otherwise also, there are a lot of businesses which has helped, and the reason of which is that we can see we have indirectly contributed to create jobs through these suppliers and SMEs who have taken liquidity from us. So this company is started to be precisely by Manish Kumar and Anurag Jain. They are IIT alumni with good experience with multiple banks, and Manish Kumar comes with a strength of managing risk and risk-based portfolios domestically and globally with all the banks like Citi, HSBC, and Capital One. Anurag Jain is a technology expert and business entrepreneur from a family background. And we have our CTO, Devang Mundra, young, talented, energetic BITS Pilani Stanford Oracle guy, and who is the strength behind our platform and the complete automation of our platform, which is Credx.com. We also have Mr. R.B. Burman as advisory board, who was an ex-executive director of Reserve Bank of India. So we have actually, these are the customers whom we deal with in today's scenario, and their vendors are the one who are actually enjoying all the benefits of liquidity through our platform. And we've just highlighted few of them. We have currently around 100 corporates and whose vendors are enjoying services from us. So you can see we have solved a liquidity problem across sectors, be it technology, be it ITES, be it logistics, be it pharma, be it automobile, e-commerce, so on and so forth. We have able to justify and solve the liquidity problem across sectors, is what I would like to say so far. Yes, as initially we spoke, initially when the company started, we've been fortunate enough for Sequoia and Prime to start supporting us in the equity. Recently, Tiger Global has invested in our company through Series B to the tune of around 200 crore, which is there in the public domain as an information. So that is our strength. So we have got capital because they have trusted on us, and we have growing on the people side also, where we believe that that's what you see in the tagline below, is humanizing fintech. So we want to say that fintech, even though is finance and technology, but that is possible only because of human beings, and that's the team what we are. This is what I would like to end at this point of time. Happy to take questions and answers and answer them as we continue and conclude the webinar.
Shall we start, Prasanna?
Yes.
Yes, we have a question from Mr. Jagmohan Kapoor. Can we get invoice discounting for supply central government or state government where credit period is 50 to 60 days?
Yeah, so very nice question. We have certain criteria for us to evaluate enterprises. And in that, one of the criteria is that we don't, as of now, touch central and state government invoices. However, we did work on financing POs in the pandemic time, especially when state governments were procuring PPEs and masks and all other needed products for COVID crisis. We did work on that, where we even funded around 10 to 12 such transactions where Bihar state government and UP state government and Karnataka state government were looking at sourcing. But otherwise, from a regular supply chain point of view, today, since we are market linked and there are investors, we have to safeguard their capital, because we don't burn our capital and they bear their own capital risk. So as per our current policy, we don't look at government receivables and state government receivables. Along with that, we also don't look at infra, real estate, gold and bullion is something which we don't look at. I can see another question from Mr. Deepak Kumar. Credits discount the bills on bill to bill basis or set up a limit client wise, and is there any minimum maximum bill value? Very nice question. We set up the limit client wise. We set up the limit. Am I audible?
Shalnira.
Hello? Can I go ahead?
Yeah, Prasanna, you please continue.
Yeah.
Yes, you.
What I'm trying to say is that Credex, when we are looking at onboarding the supplier or evaluating an onboarding of the supplier, yes, we look at a supplier limit, the level. The limits are set up at the supplier level. However, the limits are specific to approved customers. So there can be one supplier with one customer. There can also be one supplier with 10 customer. And if every customer gets approved in our system, you are allowed to get a sizable limit. With all the approved customers invoices, you can look at discounting. There is yes, what we have seen, considering the cost and time required, we have so far seen that the lowest discounting limit we have given is 10 lakh rupees, and the highest we have so far given is around 15 crore rupees. Ticket size wise, a single transaction, yes, we can do as small as a 1.5 lakh invoice. See, what you can also do is that depending on your business model, you can list a single invoice. You can also bunch the multiple invoices and make one deal. So if you have, let's assume somebody was asking me, I get a regular invoice of 25,000 rupees. How would I come to your platform? I said, if there is very regular in nature that every alternate day you are raising 25,000 rupees, so why don't you weekly once upload invoices on my platform? You will anyway get a 2 to 3 lakh worth of invoices, and you can gain liquidity at that at a bunch of invoice level. So I hope I was able to answer the question. Ritesh Bhatt, does Credex operate only in India or it is outside as well? And how is Credex competing the banks and NBFCs? So as of now, we're working only on domestic invoices. We are trying to work out a product for international invoices also, which is going on a pilot basis, but yet it is not officially announced for all the corporates in India. But what we are today working and running successfully since last 4 years is domestic invoices. How do we compete? As I said, there are various parameters when I say competing. If you are looking at the ease of getting liquidity, of course, with being digital, with taking very less amount of documents, we always are at above par when it comes to current financial institution, because we are quick. Limit setup is, so one more thing I would like to tell you here is that the way we derive the limit is not basis only the balance sheet. Our derival of limit is cash flow based. If a cash flow demands a 5 crore limit, I definitely will give a 5 crore limit. I will never look at saying that, I have a cap of 25 lakhs or 50 lakhs for me to give a limit. So that's one thing. And when it comes to a lot of things will be there, I guess there'll be a lot of questions below for me to answer, is that on commercial side, how are you competitive when it comes to banks and NBFCs. But then there, I would always say that I was speaking about time value for money. One should always look at, of course, yes, our rates will be higher than the rates which a bank and NBFCs can offer, but to the tune of say 300 to 500 basis points. Our range today are ranging anything between 15 to 20% per annum charged um, on a transaction to transaction basis specific to the tenure. But you also need to appreciate that it is unsecured, it is off balance sheet, and it comes in quick to manage your cash flows and the needed and supports you in the needed growth. So is there any negative sector? I have addressed that. How much time will it will take to complete onboarding process? If someone is looking for invoice discounting, and what all companies bill credits except for discounting. So as I said, once the full set of documents are received through our digital platform, we would take maximum 48 to 72 hours for evaluating and releasing a terms and condition, which will have all the limit and how the commercials and everything. And what all companies we will look at. So we have a broad classification of what companies we will look at discounting. I'm assuming that you, as a supplier, you are asking me a question that if I have multiple customers, what all customers would get approved in Credex platform. So we have a broad classification. However, it depends on the time to time risk policies within the organization, and the broad qualification is any customer of yours who has 1,000 crore and above turnover and who have triple B plus and above rating, which is the external rating, he can be classified as a customer of yours, approved customer of yours, subject to our risk and committee approval. Next question, which I would like to answer is, many companies will be starting from scratch post the lockdown and would require PO financing, term loan for short period. Any solution with Credex can provide. So here it is a very good question and a right question for the current time. I would say that I had spoke about growth capital. Yes, we are working on certain things which is more growth capital is more specific to agreement based, but then we are coming out with some structure which will help to get initial liquidity, which is not dependent to an invoice, and still it will help you for at least next 6 to 9 months or 12 months. And once this product rolls out, we'll be happy to announce that. On the PO financing side, so one thing as a company we have decided is that we do want to get into execution risk. We are fine to underwrite a finance risk, we are fine to underwrite a intent risk, but we are not comfortable at this point of time to underwrite a execution risk, which is not our forte, and we are not securing this exposure what we are giving to suppliers like you. Hence PO financing is something which at this point of time we are not thinking upon, we don't have, and we are not thinking upon coming in future also. What are the flexibility given for delayed repayment and also penalties for possible delays in payments? Does this affect CIBIL score or credit rating for an enterprise or a vendor? Yes, I would like to answer this in detail one by one. I think there are many questions within one question. The way we have structured is, it's a as I say, it's a platform. There's the entire commercial, the way it works is that there is a discounting rate which is charged at a transaction level and which gets decided while evaluating the entire supplier's credibility and the documents. Apart from the discounting rate which gets charged on the transaction level, we also charge something called annual platform fee. So that is basically the charge which Credex is charging for servicing the supplier or the corporate for gaining liquidity through our platform, which typically is mix of all the technology cost, people cost, and of course some escrow cost of the banks, so on and so forth. So now that has to get paid upfront while the limit is getting set up for the year. and post that what you get charged is the discounting charges or the discount rate, agreed discount rate, which is at a transaction level when you utilize the limit and to the extent you utilize the limit. So let's assume that you have set up you have been set up a limit for 90 days. Now there are if monies have to be basically here what happens is that when we are setting up these limits against the customers, now you have to get an undertaking or a bank confirmation agreement from your customers, where your customers guarantee that all the cash flows which is due to the supplier will be routed through an escrow account of yours, which is managed by Credex, right? So in this way we are trying to secure the cash flows, and against which in advance I would have already funded you against those invoices up to the tune of 70 to 80% of the invoice value. And that's how you are going to gain liquidity. And there is a time frame in which your customer has to pay that money, and this time frame gets decided based on the PO and the MSAs which you get while you get orders, and we go through these documents, and that's how the limits get set up, right? So now the question is, what happens if there is a delayed payment by your customer? There are two ways. One is that for sure, as a terms point of view, we charge a penal interest for the delay, which is over and above the agreed discount rate. Along with that, now if there is a genuine delay from the customer, and if vendor or a supplier you feel that these are genuine delays and I should trust my customers, then you have an option to repay that money on your own, and then they keep the credit history good with Credex, and as and when your customer pays, we can pass it on to you without touching that money. When there are delays, does this affect CIBIL score? Of course, yes, it will affect the CIBIL score and credit rating, and it can be an internal Credex credit rating, which will help, which will also demoralize you. What will happen is that we give a score for every seller or a supplier getting onboarded on the platform, and that